Hello, ladies and men and non-binary friends, girls, gays, and theys, and welcome to this next installment of What Knitting Taught Me. I'm Caleb. I'm glad you're here. You can find me on Instagram as Caleb9513 and on Ravelry as C Jeffrey 13. I don't know. We'll find out. I don't really use Ravelry anyway. But anyway, all that to say, I'm glad you're here. It is Sunday. My watch is charging over here. Don't look at the mess behind me. Sunday, March 19th. I should have known that. My birthday was a week ago, so 12 plus 7 is 19. I'm 28 years old, but I tell people that I'm 30 because ever since I was 27, it is hard to remember what age I am, and 27 is it's an embarrassing number. Like, there are certain things in this world that are just embarrassing. Running in public, making a return, and being 27. So I just tell people I'm 30, and I decided I'm going to tell people I'm 30 until I turn 33, and then when I turn 33, I'm gonna be telling people I'm 35, and so on and so forth. When I turn 37, 40. See how this is working? Anyway, I'm so glad you're here. Let's talk about knitting. So I have a finished object. I have two works in progress. Works in progress. I have a book, and I have just general blather that I'm sure I will get into. So let's talk about my finished object. As you can see, I'm wearing it. This is my Lento sweater using La Bien-Aimée Wensley Worsted in the color Sophie and Hella. I hella love this pattern and love this sweater. This is probably the best fitting sweater I've ever knit for myself. It is a top-down raglan, and it's actually a compound raglan, so you increase on both sides until a certain point, and then what a compound raglan means is that at some point you switch over to just doing increases on one side, depending on what size or where you need that extra fabric. I'm a busty babe, and so I put more stitches on the body. Yarn was, I loved using this yarn. This was some of my Rhinebeck stash. Oh, I'm gonna talk about my bin to, what did I call it? The empty the bin, buy the bin. I think buy the bin, stash down too. Anyway, this is from my bin, which I'll talk about here in a minute, from Rhinebeck, and I wanted to use it because I spent a lot of money at Rhinebeck, and especially on this yarn, and I wanted to make sure it didn't just sit forever. This is the companion wool to Kordy Worsted, which my Once in Floral sweater and my wrong side pullover is knit out of. And Baxter's coughing because he's an old man. And I have to say, I like the Wensley Worsted more. Three reasons. Are you, oh, come here. Okay, now that I'm back from our little interruption, got my water. Stanley gang. Gotta stay hydrated, girlies. Where was I? I was talking about Wensley Worsted versus Kordy Worsted. So, Wensley Worsted is the companion to Kordy Worsted. Kordy Worsted, in my experience, is a bit pricklier, a bit more prickly, has more of a prickle than the Wensley Worsted does. Also, similar to their Helix and Felix bases, the Kordy Worsted is a gray natural, whereas the Wensley Worsted is a white natural. So the colors are much more vibrant on the Wensley Worsted. And I'm more of a nice, saturated, vibrant kind of gal. I do love me some muted tones, but I also love some, as you'll see here in a minute. The neckline on this though is a folded over neckline that I love, and the fit of it, even now that it's blocked, especially I blocked it this weekend, it fits really nicely, and I think that will be my go-to for like any crew neck kind of things. Oh, do we see Phil? Phil the street cat also came in while we were on our potty break. He's filthy. I tried to brush him out, but then as he was eating their food, I don't know if you can see it, it's on a table right there, because otherwise the dogs eat the food. So as I was brushing him out, he doesn't like that because he belongs to the streets.
I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Same children.
And is not super accustomed to that sensation. So he didn't like it, and he knocked over all the food. Oh no, that's Escanor. Oh man. Sorry, Snorman. Phil is down there, but the one you can see is Escanor. And now we have Ivy. Hey, don't paw me. All I have to say, now I have a mess to clean up if the cats haven't eaten the food off the floor. Yikes. I took my Adderall this morning, which, oh my God. Are you also a person who's affected by this national, is it international? Probably. Shortage of Adderall? Because I was, and I'm a little worried about my next dosage or my next time I have to fill, because I called, I think after, like, it took 2 days to find a pharmacy that had it in stock, the kind that I take. And it's mainly the extended release that we're having problems finding. But I take 15 milligrams of the extended release generic brand Adderall. And because that's what my insurance covers. I called something like 35 pharmacies in the Kansas City metro. So I called all of the suburbs in Kansas, all the suburbs in Missouri, most of the KC City Walgreens, KCK City Walgreens, could not find it anywhere. And so at the 2-day mark without my medicine, I just called my mom, was like, Mom, can you check in your big city where you live, Wichita, and see if they have any Adderall in stock at your Walgreens? And lo and behold, they did. I was going there this past weekend for spring break / my birthday anyway. So now all is right in the world. But my goodness, it is hard to find Adderall right now. And for those of us who need it, that's a problem. It's a problem anyway. Wow. Let's drink some water. Recenter, yeah? Stay hydrated, bitches. All right. So, this is my finished object. I mentioned I blocked it. I do batch blockings. So, I have my block, because it takes up a lot of room in my office. I got new blocking mats thanks to a gift card from my bestie, Megan. Thank you. Oh my God, Baxter, if you start barking, I swear. This sweater, another sweater. I have another sweater soaking right now. I can only soak or do one sweater at a time, the way that I block. Oh my goodness, Escanor, hi. Are you gonna say hello? Hi. Will you sit in my lap? We're getting to be better friends. No. Last week I mentioned that I have another I had another project on the needles that I can't really talk about because it's a gift. Gifting opportunity came and went. Person is having le child in about a week and a half, so I need to get motoring on this. But this is a gift for my friend
Redacted.
Having a baby, and she's a knitter. She's one of the first knitters I met here in Kansas City when I moved here, and texted her and said, hey, yarn wench, what do you want to knit for baby but don't have the time? Came back, bounce blanket, muted rainbow, and I said, bitch, I got you. I got you. And so this is the bounce blanket by Tin Can Knits, knit out of Neighborhood Fiber Company. Let's see. Haha. I don't remember what the gray is called, but the DK rainbow is the Jewel Rainbow Pride. It's 100% organic merino, 840 yards divided by 6. Don't want to do the math, but over 120-ish.
Just taking a moment to say that this was actually 140, and I'm like really proud that I was able to do that in my head and get so close. Okay, bye.
Yards per ball, and ow, oh, cat, no thank you, wants to play with the needles. Yeah, so it's this lovely lace motif that I'm not going to let you look too closely at because then you'll see my mistakes, but split up by a gray garter ridge. And what I'm doing is I started at the bottom, now we're here, and we're doing Roy G. Biv G. Yor. So we're going forward, back, and we'll end on a back. So I'm in my last section of the cool tones, then we'll go to the warm tones, and then we'll bind off and be done. But I am really loving this. This is my morning meditation. I get up around 5:30 every morning and just knit for about an hour because I have to have that time to knit for my soul. And if I wait until after school, because after school means after gym, and after gym means tired and more easily convinced not to do anything. So I take the time in the morning to knit, and this is what I've been working on. One thing I'm really liking, I did it on this sweater too, but I've been using the weave-in Steven method for weaving in ends. I feel weird calling it weave-in Steven because I feel like somebody probably invented this before Stephen West, because it's literally just wrapping your ends around your working yarn, but it's what it's called nowadays. But it's just wrapping your working yarn, or excuse me, your tail around your working yarn as you go. You block it and then snip those ends and your ends are woven in. And it's really efficient, really fast, and it keeps things nice and neat as you're working. I did it on this sweater too. Let's see, the color change was back here. You can kind of tell. I might insert a picture, probably won't, of what the back looks like on this sweater, but it's the bounce blanket for my friend.
Redacted.
And hopefully by the next time I record, this will be done and not in my home anymore. I did see a cool way of adding tassels. So I think I might add tassels to the side of this, but also, like, is that like a choking hazard for babies? I don't know. Anyway, bounce blanket by Tin Can Knits. Look at it one more time. Next work in progress is a color work yoke. Not the one I said I was going to work on, because I can't bring myself to work on a fingering weight sweater. So what do? You cast on a new sweater. I may have mentioned this before, but my dad, Papa, has started dyeing yarn. His business is called Yarniculture, and yeah, Yarniculture, yarniculture.com, Yarniculture on Instagram, go follow them. And he's doing a really nice job. So I wanted to knit something with his yarns, and so yeah, I sent him a picture of a different pattern and was like, I want to make this pattern. And then but I need 5 colors. And so he dyed me up 5 contrasting neon colors because, hello, I love color. And let me tell you, they are neon. So originally I was going to knit the Loom sweater by, Nordland. I'm still going to knit that, but I figured I want a classic one. Then I was going to knit the Sonderbar. I don't know who that's by, but it's 4 Sonder yarns, and was going to do that. And then I was looking at it, and it doesn't come in a size that would fit me. Bummer. Then I was looking for some inspiration, and I have my Moon and Turtle just sitting on my dining room table, like everything else in my home. And I'm like, Kordy, that's what we're doing. So I'm knitting the Kordy sweater. Which twin is this by? This is by, so it doesn't say which twin Kordy is by. It's either by Kiyomi or Sashiko Bergen. Okay, that's who wrote this book, Moon and Turtle, which great publication, cool stuff. They're twins, and it's basically like exploring the contrasts in twinness while also still being twins. Like, hello, hit me with this car, that's fine with me. So anyway, like, how cute. Hello, gorgeous. Anyway, yeah, knitting the Kordy sweater out of my dad's yarn. I'm not 1000% sure on what the colors are that he sent me, but Yarniculture, his background is in horticulture and floriculture, and so that's what has inspired these. I know a lot of them are inspired by roses, but those are the ones that my dad dyed for me. And I've loved working with them. They are very vibrant colors. Like, look at that pink. These two I'm working with right now, and I love the combination. Escanor Quit with the box. And yeah, so anyway, let me show you the sweater. Oh, he was playing with my needle. Oh, and the black is Hedgehog Fibers Tweedy Noir, which I'm really loving. Ow. God. Cats and yarn, they weren't kidding. Hi, Larry. Hi there, bear. Hi. Let's not pull on my sweater, please. Thank you. Kordy sweater. Da 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 da. So bright. So bright. So this is kind of hard to show, but this is my Kordy sweater so far. I'll insert a picture, like, top down of what the sweater looks like, so that you don't have to look at it all kind of bunched up, but I will try my darndest to show you what this looks like. So yeah, I cast on with the pink because why not, and did ribbing 2x2, and then started right away into the colorwork yoke. I'm almost done with the yoke, and I'm knitting the biggest size, which is 66 inches around. My like 0E's actual bust measurement is like 57, and I wanted there to be a lot of positive E's in this, because I think mom and dad are going to use this as a sample if and when they ever go out on the road with their yarn, with dad's yarn. But also, I just like big and cozy. Now, Caleb has not knit with 100% superwash merino in a very long time. And I don't think I will for much longer. I do have a couple of sweater quantities that are are in 100% superwash merino. This is actually not 100%. This is a 75-25 nylon merino. It's from Knit Picks, but dyed by my dad. Oh, that looks really nice. Look at how colorful that is. I'm gonna be an Easter egg. But do we see the difference between the fabric we get here versus here? I haven't changed needle sizes, I haven't changed techniques, but doesn't this just look kind of sloppy? Is that just me? Versus this? I don't know. But I also just like the hand of the Falkland Merino non-superwash from Hedgehog more than I like the superwash Merino. Personal preference. When I knit colorwork, I do two-handed colorwork, so that's part of the reason this looks sloppy. The prominent color, the dominant color knitting that I do, I hold in my left hand because I'm a usual thrower. So holding it, the yarn continental makes the yarn looser. My tension isn't as taut, and so that makes the stitches bigger. And like, y'all, some of these stitches are huge. Like, do you see that? Like, look at how transparent that is. So yeah, I don't know. I'm loving this sweater. I'm loving this knit. I will love, love, love wearing it, but I just don't think superwash is for me. Oh no. Oh no, 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 I've lost stitches. And because it's superwash, it slips and slides. Fixed it, caught it. Whew, crisis averted. You wanna see my floats? Now, I'm bitching and gritching about superwash and color work, but my floats still look amazing. Not to brag, 1000% to brag, but look at that. Girl. What can I say? I'm knitting this on 5mm needles, which is a US 8. I'm using my Knitter's Pride Royale interchangeables. Sometime I'll do a review or like an overview of all my needles. I have turned to collecting needles since I'm not buying yarn, even though I am buying yarn, but don't tell anybody. And I've purchased a lot of Knitter's Pride needles. This sweater was knit on the Zings. These are the Royales, which are wood with a metal tip. And I also had the Cubics and an old set of Lickas and my Chowkus. So, love needles. I've been using, if you don't know about these are the Knitter's Pride Mindful cords. So the cords that Knitter's Pride interchangeables come with are ass. Don't use them. Find yourself a way to get the Mindful cords from Knitter's Pride because they are stainless steel on the inside and they swivel. So, highly recommend. I have a very beautiful Curious Kitty here eyeing the yarn. So we're just gonna put that project away. You wanna stay here with me? Oh no. No. Oh, I'm wearing shorts and that hurt. Like, I love how agile they are, but oh my God, do they have to dig their claws into everything? Let's talk about by the bin, shall we? I am a Sterilite bin lovin' hussy. When I move, I prefer to pack in these instead of boxes because these are easily put away. You don't have to break them down and take them down. Like, we're all about taking down barriers to completion of tasks in this household. That's part of my ADHD. If there is too many barriers to success, if there are too many barriers to success, I am not going to participate, okay? Okay, that's why my dining room table looks like that. So, I've been wanting to stash down for a while, but I have so many boxes of yarn. I think I have 8 Sterilite tubs this size of yarn. What size is this? How many quarts are ya? Huh? How many quarts are ya? I'd rather you be liters. Well, let's do some reasonable estimations. I know that a regular bottle of soda is 2 liters, and I think I could fit 3 by 2 plus, let's say 4 more. 3 by 2 would be 6 plus. So let's say this is 10 liters, yeah? Yeah.
LOL. Okay, so do y'all remember when I was like, aha, pop off, you estimated really well, and it was blah, blah, blah. Well, I did an ass job of estimating here, but LMAO, look at how many quarts this thing is. Nice.
Thereabouts. A tote full of yarn. And what I've done is I've put these bins in the yarn closet, and I am not allowing myself to pull out another bin until I clear this bin. So by the bin is in reference to that. So I just wanted to show you what's in this bin and talk about what, I was hoping this would tell me how many liters, what I plan on doing with some of these things. So,
hey girls, gays, and theys, editing me here. Don't look at the mess behind me, but from here on out, I'm done editing, okay? Love you the most, but it's 9:32 p.m. I've been up since 4 a.m. because not the dishwasher, what's that thing upstairs that washes my clothes? The washing machine has been, how you say, fucking up. And so I'm tired. You can hear the dog screaming at me. I'd like to go to bed. If the editing or like is ass the rest of the video, I'm so sorry, but thank you for watching. I love you the most. Mwah.
So, yeah, let's just do it. In these Price Chopper bags, I have Wool Dreamers Manchalopes. It smells like a 4-H barn, which if you know, you know. Most magical smell. But I have 2 of the white and 6 of the brown. And I think I'm gonna do a colorwork yoke with this. Oh, my phone is right there. Do I have another electronic device somewhere within reach that I can look at Ravelry? I do. We'll use my laptop that I'm using for statistics right now. And oh my God, I don't understand statistics, and I'm supposed to be the one that's good at everything, and it's really frustrating when I'm not. Oh, Baxter, I know, growth mindset, but like, listen, I haven't had to do that in a long time, okay? Anyway, what is this pattern that I want to knit called? It's called the Heartwood by Tanya Barley. I saw the lovely Curia Knits knit one of these out of Newtoden. Hello, full screen please. No, full screen. And I really want to make one as well. Can you see that? Anyway, I'm gonna make one of those. So yeah, that's the plan for that. I'm really afraid that the cats are going to like go ham. Get off my laptop. Oh my God. Bedlam. Up in here. Is that appropriate to say? Probably not. Anyway, then I have some vintage Wool and Vine yarn where I've started a project that I did not like. I think it was the chevron-y garter stitch thing from Stephen West, but it's a 5 skein shawl. I'm just gonna do a Vertices Unite. Everybody loves it. So I'm gonna make one too. This is out of the Bull and Vine singles base in, I think, a wonderfully, beautifully curated palette. And yeah, so that's what that'll grow up to be. Then I have quite a bit of this yarn. It is the Plymouth Yarn Homestead Tweed, which is a bulky weight wool yarn. Is it 100% wool or is there acrylic? 100 or 90% wool, 10% Donegal nep. It's really soft and it's a bulky weight, like I said, probably close to an Aran. So what I actually want to do with this is either knit like a comfy cozy cardigan or comfy cozy being adjectives. I don't think there is a pattern called comfy cozy cardigan, but there should be maybe a Gramps cardigan from Joji Locatelli, or a zip up, a 3/4 zip up I thought would be really nice. But then I think that would also be really hot for like a out and about sweater. So that's why I'm thinking a cozy up at home thing out of this. So that's what, a shawl and 2 sweaters that I can knit. Like that's more than some people get to knit in a year. And I'm disgusted at the piggery that I have partaken in. Next I have some beautiful, beautiful fucking yarn dyed by my friend Sam. And I wish I knew what the colorway was called, but they are an up and coming dyer. Like look at that. Look at that panty dropping gorgeousness. Like, hello, flood my basement. Like, look at all, I can't, I don't know what to make with this because it's so fucking pretty. I might ask them if they can figure out what recipe this was and see if they can dye me a sweater quantity because it's just so, look at it, fuck, that's pretty. Pretty. So yeah, that's what that is. Don't know yet, but it's pretty. Then we have a store here called Scraps, which is like a recycle store where a lot of people get craft supplies for a discount. Oh my God, I thought I just found a bug in this. And if that were in this, I would seriously die. And I got this one time, hedgehog fibers in the color egg yolk. And it's on the, what's this base called? Cashmere Merino base, which is a 50% cashmere, 50% merino, 50 gram for 300 yards or 300 meters. So it's like a heavy lace, like thin fingering weight yarn. And oh my God, it is gorgina. And I think what I want to make is either mitten lining, like liners for like colorwork mittens, or a hat, like just a stockinette beanie with this because, oh, I wish you could feel it. It's gorgeous. Oh, yum. All right. You can fit a lot of yarn in a 10-liter tote, apparently. Next, I have a sweater quantity of Frankie Gray fibers. I think they are probably my favorite indie dyer, competing with Farmer's Daughter. I really like Farmer's Daughter and La Bien Aimée, apparently. But this is the color Winter in New York. Oh, how pretty. Like, look at that. Oh, yes. So I'm going to make another Lento with this because I have 7 skeins, which is not unheard of, but that's what I had of this. So like I had 3 of the orange, 4 of the blue, used almost all of the blue. I actually had to cut the ribbing short on the bottom because I was gonna run out. And then I had 1 whole skein left of the orange, so 7. Excuse me. Actually, I only used like 1.5 of the orange. So 7 is gonna be plenty for that. Oh my God, two more friends, two more. Next I have a fingering weight with a mohair from Stranded Dye Work and Frankie Gray Fibers. I'm gonna hold those together because they're both grays, but like contrast enough that that's gonna marl and look really cool. I'm also thinking a Lento sweater. Here's the deal. I love the way this fits. I loved how fast it would knit. It's a super lightweight, not too hot sweater, which is perfect for me because I'm a sweaty, disgusting bitch. And I like it. I like knitting it. It was fun, it was cool. And so why not knit it some more? Last in here, I have some lovely, lovely Terra Chroma Cult yarn. This is a hand dye that they carry at the Fiber Studio by Swiss Point in Wichita, which is my mom's local yarn store. And I bought this their opening weekend, and I just love it. The gray is called Smoke, and then I call this Shrek. Like, doesn't that just look like Shrek? The green and the brown. Like, get out to my swamp. Like, if I would have gotten a cream to go with this, I could be making a sweater called Get Out of My Swamp. But this is called Smoke. The green is called Algae, and the brown is Myrrh. And I was thinking stripes similar to this, but how many stripes does one gal need? I don't know. Also, I'm anticipating I'm gonna have lots of leftovers. So my thoughts on leftovers. I can knit a hat with them, or I can give them to people. I love giving people yarn that I've enjoyed working with. Like this Wensley, I am stoked for whoever wins this prize because I want you to work with the Wensley and love it as much as I do. So yeah, anyway, that is all of the yarn about my by the bin de-stash or stash down. So my goal, and if you want to do this too, join in with me on Instagram. I think I used the hashtag by the bin de-stash, which was not what I meant. I meant to say stash down, so I'm gonna go back and change that. But hashtag by the bin stash down 23 is what I'm gonna use. And my goal is by December 2023 or January 2024 to have knit through 2 bins. So that would be 20% of my stash. I think that's reasonable. I knit pretty fast, and I knit mainly DK to bulky weight things. So, yeah. Like in this bin, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sweater quantity and 2 accessories. Like, baby, we can do this. Oh, oh my God, Baxter's screaming. Out of this bin too was this yarn and the hedgehog Tweety. That was in there. I'm gonna speed through what I've been reading and watching because Baxter needs to be let out, and the fact that he's telling me he needs to be let out means he really needs to go. So I'm just gonna speed through. On my Kindle, I am reading Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. I wish I had more time to talk about this book. I am like 88% of the way through. I have 12 more percent. And depending on how the end of this book goes, I may have found my new favorite book of all time. Holy shit, it is a good fucking book. Like, I thought it was a little overhyped. I was like, it's gonna be another like Ready Player One because it's about video games. No, babes. No, babes. Video games do play a part in it, but it is a character-driven, which is weird for me because I'm more of a plot baby when it comes to storytelling. But, oh my God, amazing. I stayed up last night sobbing while reading because of something that happened, and oh, so good. Watching Ted Lasso. finished season 1, and I'm gonna start season 2 today while I'm at Le Gym, and season 3 just came out, so I'm gonna try and catch up. Otherwise, I'm just reading more articles. I've been ordering and buying books secondhand, all about math stuff. So like these came yesterday, and it's cool because like I'm noticing names, and like this one, Sherry Martini, is a professor at Kansas State University. Like, I know her. I've been in one of her seminars once, and she said I was a good student. Like, what? I love it. Anyway, so yeah, been reading a lot about teaching math virtually. I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but I've kind of narrowed down my dissertation topic to teaching students who English is not their first language place value in a virtual setting, a virtual modality. So like best strategies for that, or like proposing a strategy and saying, will this work better than this to teach language learners, English language learners, place value. Anyway, I'm gonna take another sip of water. Stay hydrated, bitches. Baxter has to shit, and I gotta go exercise. So have a wonderful 2 weeks. I love you so much. I'm so glad you're here. Go and be brilliant, and I'll see you when I see ya. Bye.